Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. God bless you. I'm glad to see you. It's a Christian holiday, Holy Thursday, but it's a good night to be here with all of you. I'm Panepinto. I'm a judge of the Court of Common Pleas, and I've been a judge for 20 years. I want to tell you that I'm running for the Commonwealth Court. It's an important court. It's an appellate court. And I'm not going to stand here and tell you what I'm going to do as a judge, because it's what I am doing as a judge. I am reviewing cases. I am very faithful to my oath of office. I have been working hard with dedication and integrity in the position as a judge. And that's very important, because you have to judge what someone's going to do when they become a judge. And it's not just talking. I've worked as a judge. So I want you to know, I think it's important that we know our records. And that's why you're here tonight. I am a lifelong Catholic. I've been a Catholic, Christian. I'm pro-life. I am for the Constitution, for limited government, less taxes for all of us. I've been a lifelong Republican, and I've dedicated myself to the principles of our party. So has my family. I have two lovely children. My son's 27, my daughter's 24. My wife and I believe in strong family values. We have practiced that. My wife and I have been married for 33 years. And in my position as a judge, I have held many positions. First, I was the administrative judge in the family court for 5 years, and I worked hard to increase adoptions. Strong family values, and knowing that the family is the basic unit of our society. And strong in the areas that are important for us as citizens. Knowing that citizens want accountability from the judges, and they want judges to act for the people. And so I sit every day working in that capacity, doing my job for the people of Philadelphia, where I'm from. And I'm asking for your support to go statewide to bring my principles, the dedication and hard work that I have given so far throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in the Commonwealth Court position. Recently, I handled the Gosnell case, the abortions in Philadelphia. I'm not a criminal court judge, but I sat in a civil proceeding against him, freezing his assets, because the essence in that case was greed. Money was the reason he was acting the way he did, and we had to freeze and work hard to freeze those assets. So it's important when you look to a candidate to see what the candidate has done, the positions that the candidate has taken in their career, when you judge who you need to support. I'm not the endorsed candidate, but I want your support. It's important to get your support, and I represent a choice for we, the people. Thank you very much. I'm glad to answer all your questions. Sir.
After you explain us how we can put our trust in you, not to listen to outside rhetoric from my well saying this one, because that's what I meant. How can we trust you not to lean to other points of interest and just keep it straight down the middle?
Okay. I have followed the Constitution in my work. I've been an independent jurist, and I've acted independently for 20 years. I have a record of integrity, honesty in my position and in my work. So I think you can be more assured, if I'm on the Commonwealth Court, that I'm going to carry that forward. I have a record that you can check. You can Google Judge Panepinto. It'll come up with the work that I've done in the areas that I've worked, in the civil trial division, in the criminal division, and in the family court division. So I have a history, knowledge, and I have the highest recommendation of Pennsylvania bar. No other candidate possesses that recommendation in the Republican side. And that's because of the work that I've done. And independence. I don't look for endorsements. The party has not endorsed me before. They're not endorsing me now. But as I stand here, I'm saying to you, I have been independent. And that's one reason.
Back here.
So.
Here.
Go ahead, Leon.
Okay. Is there a place where we can go and read things you have written? In other words, judgments, because like the the case of the judge in Florida who threw out Obamacare. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. You can go in and read. Can we go somewhere and read things you have written so we know really what your judicial philosophy is?
Absolutely. Go to the Judicial Evaluation Commission of the Pennsylvania Bar. In that application, we have to submit. You can go through it, and you'll see cases that I wrote opinions on. We had to submit. You'll see issues that have come up in those cases, and you'll be able to access all of this on the website. Judge Panepinto, PANEPINTO.com. There's a long record of that. I've been a judge for many years. And it's not hard to find. I'd encourage you to do that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, excuse my ignorance, but can you tell me what the Commonwealth Court has to do in any way with taxes?
Yeah, well, the Commonwealth, there's a tax review board in our county.
Okay, in relationship to property tax?
Yeah, well, there's a tax review board that reviews taxes and handles appeals from taxpayers in our area. And right now, I'm sitting on those appeals. It goes up to the Common Pleas Court where I'm at. If you are not satisfied with my decision, you can appeal that to the Commonwealth Court. So Commonwealth Court can review tax assessments, actions that the city takes against citizens, and if you have a grievance, eventually it'll get up to the Commonwealth Court if you're so aggrieved that you want to take an appeal.
There was a question asked on this flyer that was handed out. Should the government exercise eminent domain for the purpose of economic development? I don't like the term generally, and you put generally in there. Could you explain what would be your reasoning for being for eminent domain, taking someone's property?
Well, I'm not for eminent domain, but at times the government does do that, and we have to follow the law. But you're entitled to fair market value for the property. I don't like it. I don't think it's right. We can stop it, but we have to follow the law that we have to follow. So when I say generally, I'm not for eminent domain, and I don't think that government should be involved in our lives too much at all. Limited government, less government is more important, because we, the people, should control ourselves and the way we want to live. And so I'm not for that. But in terms of eminent domain, it does happen. And when it does happen, you're entitled to fair market value. That's what the courts get into. I keep thinking you must ask a question. He's never getting that chance. I want to thank you all. Have a blessed Easter.